Welcome to the third part of the system preferences for your MacBook. We're going to pick up with the trackpad. Now I do want to point out, if you are going to be using a USB mouse like an Apple mouse, you can connect it here and it will connect via Bluetooth if you choose to use one of those. I know some people prefer them over the trackpad, and that is an option of where it would be. So we've covered your trackpad options before, but I just wanted to remind you that you can do all the different tutorials in here to see what it looks like, to change those preferences. You may want to go in and explore some of them, practice with them again, but they are here that you can go through. Another thing to point out is if you have a trackpad that for some reason would stop functioning properly, you can set up a Bluetooth trackpad. Apple sells this trackpad as a separate stand for Mac users, so if you have a stationary iMac or if your trackpad would go down on your MacBook, they do make those that you can connect and sync through via Bluetooth for that. Printers and scanners are where you actually connect a printer. Notice I have multiple printers on here. Some of these are based on the network that I'm on at my school. Some of them are based on a USB connection at my desk, and the other one is based on one that I have set up in my house through a wireless network. So I can go in and choose whichever one that I would like. So the 4100, the first one, is on our school network. If I need to, I can go in and set this C as my default printer. I can go to sharing preferences. I could remove this printer if I wanted to, or I could add a new one. It will search a network to find a printer, or if I have a connected one via a USB, like this one right here, the CP1525. This one is my desk computer, my desk printer, and it is not wireless. It is not Wi-Fi enabled, so I have to set that up with the USB, and it reads it and prints to it fine. One of the things to keep in mind is whatever you're doing with your MacBook as far as printing goes, if you're printing through the new system where you scan your badge, it does work. You just need to find the IP address for that printer to make sure you're sending it to the right location. Sound is important because you may choose a different output location if you have the ability. For instance, if there's a Bluetooth speaker you have set up and you're not hearing sound from it, you may want to go to your sound preferences and make sure that it is pushing the sound out to the correct location. The other thing is you can AirPlay to an Apple TV or another location. I can change my balance. I can change my output volume. Notice I can show my volume menu in your bar. Sound effects, I can change my different sound effects here. So select an alert sound. This will be what would sound anytime I would get an alert. Play sound effects through. Right now I have headphones connected. I can also do an input option. Notice that I have a blue snowball set up as USB and an external microphone through the microphone port. So currently I am talking into my snowball and you're seeing my input level right here. If I needed to adjust that, I could change my slider, and that would allow me to change the input volume that is going in and the way it's being picked up. We're going to jump over to network, and this is where my Wi-Fi connection can be found. Also, if you need to, for whatever reason, turn off your Wi-Fi, you can do it on your menu bar right here, or you can come in here and turn it off. You can change the network you're connected to. You can go to your Wi-Fi status menu bar and choose that. You can disconnect or forget a network from here. Notice I also have some different things. I can change the name of the service, and if you really need to get into some of these things, you can go to your advanced settings and see what the different options are. So if I need to know what type of network I'm on, I can find out here. Notice I can drag networks into the order I prefer. So let's say that I'm at my school and we have 3 or 4 different networks in operation at one time, and it keeps pushing me to one that I don't really want to go to. I can go to my advanced options for Wi-Fi and change the order in which it will be found. That way it'll hopefully send me to my first preference before it moves to my second option. Bluetooth is going to function the same way as it does on any other device. You do have to pair your Bluetooth connection. So notice I have a Bose color sound link that we use at work when I do presentations at different times. I have to have that set up and paired before it will actually function. I can turn my Bluetooth off, and it will also tell me what I'm discoverable as. If I go to my advanced options, I can open the Bluetooth assistant, so I can just really kind of personalize it a little bit more if I would like to do that. Last thing we're going to look at for this section is sharing. The only thing I want to point out in the sharing section is the name of my MacBook. So when you receive your MacBook, it may be your serial number, it may be a combination of the Apple serial number and the WCPS. You can change the name of your actual MacBook so that in AirDrop and on Bluetooth, people know who they're looking for and you know what the name of your MacBook is. Thank you for joining us for the part 3 video. We will have one more in system preferences to help you explore and understand what is available in your MacBook.